So after my aunt, ran away and did not provide the medical card, I did some digging, and I remembered a particular hospital that my dad did mention to me previously when he initially had his stroke back in December 2020. The next following day, I decided to go there and do some research. And when I spoke to the head doctor there, they pulled up their records and found out that my dad had stopped literally going to that hospital. My dad had a stroke December 2020. The last time my dad was seen at that hospital after his stroke was December 28th, 2020. And we're talking about January 12th, 2022. So he had not been seen since then. I found that to be so incredibly sad. At that point in time, I was told to make a plea to my umuna to go and investigate further on the physical state, to go and see my dad, because at this point in time, only myself, the youth leader, and the police officer were the only people that had physically seen my dad. So there was a call for a meeting to see my father, and I wanted Umuna, which is a community of men from my village, to go and see my dad for themselves and take this on as a village issue, a family issue. Again, guys, I just wanted my dad. And if the police wasn't going to do it, then maybe Umuna could do it. After the meeting with Umuna, they agreed, yes, let's go to see Peter and check on him ourselves. Because at this point in time, it was only my account and the youth leader and the police officer that they really could understand what was going on, that they themselves wanted to see what had been the issue and what the problem was. When we got to my family compound again, my aunt, who had pretty much ran away from the meeting that we did try and have with the NOWU, was now there. She this time opened the gate and allowed us into the compound, into the ground floor. And Umuna, which was, men of my, village. And I'm sorry if I'm sounding arrogant. I just don't know all the technical terms like Umuna. If someone can tell me what Umuna actually is, that would be great. But from my local understanding, Umuna are the men of my community, the men of my area that are particular to my village. So when Umuna came, they asked to see Peter. My aunt said, oh, Peter is not feeling well. Oh, he doesn't want to be seen by anyone. And they were like, no, we demand to see Peter. So I said, guys, why y'all listening to her? Like, let's just go upstairs. Let's just see what I saw. I walked to the gate that leads up to my dad's staircase, and it was locked. The gate is locked. It's locked. The gate is locked. The gate is locked. The gate is locked. The gate is locked.
It's locked.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Because I didn't play with you. You won't walk. I didn't play with you. Can you not take it? Yesterday, I don't get it. You can't know about it.
Thank you. You've seen it. You've seen it.
Okay.
And she was my aunt now was basically insulting everybody. Leave us alone. Umuna is shocked. They're like, why are you doing this? My aunt was like, leave us alone. I told you guys to come back another time. She refused to open the gate that leads upstairs so that they can all see my father. And then that's when shit started to get real. At this point in time, the Holy Spirit said, Ify, we need to act fast. They're planning on taking your dad out of the house. At this point in time, Anowu was made aware of the situation by Umuna because, number one, my aunt had completely disrespected him by telling him that she was going to return with the medical card and her never showing up. So when he found out that she also denied the Umuna from going upstairs, this is when things started to get serious. I was advised to hire some of the youths and basically give them beer, food. They would all bring chairs from home, and it would pretty much be a stakeout in front of my father's compound until the next following day, where now the matter was going to now start to take better shape, because now everybody was now able to see just the depth my uncle and my aunt were willing to go to hide the whereabouts of my father. So I think I sent like maybe 50,000 or 60,000 naira to the Enugu youth leader to buy beer, basically have everybody happy. I don't want anyone feeling like they didn't get enough food or didn't get enough drink. Everyone stay there. The plan was that the youth were going to take shifts. People were going to stay there from like 8 p.m. to midnight. Somebody was going to stay there from midnight to 3 p.m. Somebody was going to stay 3 a.m. Someone was going to stay there from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. until the following morning, where the police and other members of the community were now going to basically, by fire, by force, see my dad. And that was the plan. However, the enemy also had his plan. I was called at around 4 o'clock in the morning that a mysterious bus or van containing Nigerian army members came to my father's compound while the youths were there keeping guard, waving their guns, and basically telling the youths if they do not leave, they're going to shoot. These are not soldiers. These are not, nobody's going to die for my dad. So when the youth saw the police, they basically ran away. In that moment, what I was told was that they took the van and went through the back. Josephine and Francis now carried my father's body into the car and disappeared. And that was the phone call I got at 4 o'clock in the morning, that my father is no longer in the house and they don't know where they've taken him. I prayed. I prayed for my father's safety. I prayed on what would be the next steps. And what the Holy Spirit told me made me understand that the heart of man is truly wicked.